We're back. We made it. Phew, it's been a tough week. What's up? All right, weekly. Now we're gonna have another 2 weeks off after this, but weekly, almost weekly. The almost weekly Pawnda Arena. I haven't gone anywhere all year. Almost. Okay, once I went for 2 weeks or a week and a half, but I hardly ever traveled the whole year, so you guys will have to bear with me while we do a little bit of traveling. I'm going to be going to the World Senior on Monday in Italy. We do welcome your donations. We're up to 2425. We're going for 3,000. It's a good rating, but I'd like to do better. We're still not at my FIDE peak minimum. Okay, so we got Sparkle Horse. This is 5+2 Blitz Casual 2.5 hour arena. So 7:15 to 9:45 p.m. Central European summertime. We've got 5+2 Casual Arena. Must be in the Pawnda team. You can join our Pawnda team. Pawnda and Horses Club. Must be 14 days old account to join this tournament. It's Pawnda Team Blitz Arena. The link is in the stream. Sparkle Horse Azuaga. Nice to see him back. He's a really old account that we haven't seen in a while. Impure King Schumacher is here. Nice to see him. Heroku as well. Ruslan Bear, Asterbait, and M. Harish Kumaran. Catamaran. Alright. So, Darshan Kumaran was an I am from England. He's related to that. He's involved in the Alpha Zero project. We've got new paid sponsorships, Streamlabs Reactive Overlays. That's not important. What's up, guys? What's up, Asterbait? Move 11, 3 days ago, resubscribed. That's our latest news feed. 5-2, Berserk at your own risk. If you Berserk, you don't get an increment, and you get half time. Berserk is 2.5 minutes, no increment. So, I'm not Berserking unless I'm playing one of the lowest rated players. And even then, it's kind of risky, because I don't play a lot of Bullet. I have to confess to playing some 3-0. So I was so fed up with people cheating in casual 5+3 and 5-0 and 3+2. They're even cheating in 3+2. It's unbelievable. Yeah, 3+2. They're even cheating in that time control. So I get it. You know, that's one of the reasons why people play Bullet. They think that they're safe from cheaters, but it's not worth destroying chess to that level. You know, you might as well just quit. I mean, before playing 1-0. 3-0 is about as low as I'll ever go. I have to confess there was some time when I played some 2-0s, but very, very rarely back in the day. I mean, just if I didn't have time or something. You're in Auto Berserk mode? Auto Berserk? 7 players, that's it? I know I haven't been streaming, guys, and we're gonna be, we're streaming tonight. Tomorrow night is our analysis stream. If you'd like to submit a game, if you're a subscriber to the stream, tomorrow night is analysis stream. Guys, we only got a few more streams left to collect donations for World Senior. We're not gonna make our donation goal. I can't believe it. We've never missed a donation goal before. Oh, we're starting already. Wow. All right, we're starting already. I'm going to start quietly with knight f3. No berserk. You guys can berserk if you want to. It's not a tragedy to berserk with 5+2 time control. It's not. Had this today in a training game. d6 is actually black's best move there. I had this as black against Sebe Attila. I don't think that knight c6 is accurate. Okay, this is different. I guess c6 is fine, though. You know, what could possibly go wrong? Now to b3 Sicilian. Snyders of Hanover. Okay. Yep. Okay. Ooh, knight g4. What's that about? Do I want to play g4 here? Do I want to be that extreme? Probably not. Laiush. Laiush the Laihar. Larry Laihar. What do I mean g4? G4. I mean g4. By g4 I mean g4. Well, you've got to consider it. Anyway, I'm not. I realize that it's too hard to talk when I'm playing. Even in longer games, I spend too much time. So here. We've transferred into something that I'm pretty comfortable with because I spent a long time playing this like weird 2 knights against the French with b3. I feel very much at home in this type of position. Knight e4. We're going to need to do that at some point. The real question is, do I want to insert a3? Insert. Now you have knight f5, though. I just gave you knight f5. Did I mean to do that? I don't know. I'm not really awake yet. I woke up at 2. No. It still feels like morning. Jet lag. I can't believe people actually talk about their bullet games and stuff. What are you going to say? Like, oh, you attacked my pawn. Knight f6 check. That could actually happen pretty soon. I would be surprised if knight f6 check was like a serious threat here. It actually looks very dangerous. Knight f6 check. Say b5, knight f6 check, take. What are you going to do? Bishop d6, knight g5. Bro, that's like over, isn't it? Bro, in honor of Schumacher, where everyone says brah. The guy didn't develop pieces. Azawaga and I go far back, I would think. Wonder when those games were played. Azawaga. Azuarga. We could do another sacrifice. Bishop takes h7. That's probably a bit much. We don't really need to do that. I don't believe that black can defend here. Come as you are, ga. Yeah. Nice start, huh? Reduce and reuse. So, yeah, my chair hurts my butt. I don't like this chair, man. We never did get a new chair. I scammed you guys. We had a fundraiser for a new chair at some point. I theoretically was supposed to get a new chair, and I didn't. A horse. Horse and rock. It's a dog and pony show. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. We only have 8 players so far, but hopefully we're going to gain more. Now we take, and queen h5, and that's the end of the game. Or we could just play queen e5 first. It's probably more accurate to play queen e5 first, no? Queen e5 first. Yeah, why not? More accurate. This ain't no dog and pony show. That's fatal. You have been fatally crushed. Oof. Yeah, needless to say, I think knight f6 check was sound. And we now eliminate the dad. And it's made anyway. Very brutal. Very efficient and brutal. We also have, you know, if necessary, we have a rook lift. If we need any extra, you know, support. So that's a good start. Theoretically, black never developed his pieces. This was a b3, knight f3, b3. Yeah. Larson influence. Ruslan Baron in first place on the board. Now who did he get? Oh no, Drown the Clown is in. Drown the Clown is in. And another player. And another player. And we have 10 now. Who's the other player? Did someone leave and come back? No stream, no join. Well, we've got a stream. What do you think this is? Knight f6 is like a move. I've been playing that long before such books were ever written. Alright. I was playing it in my sleep 30 years ago. So, what else? F6, man. Kurt Richter never read the woodpecker method. I'm sure Mr. Slow would approve of knight f6. Redusa. Redusa, what are we going to do with you? We're going to go with our mainline opening. Mainline opening. This is Blitz, but I should get some practice for my World Senior next week. Since when does he start playing knight c3? Wow. The major transition in Redusa's opening repertoire from knight f3 to the Nimzo. And now f3. Yeah, don't want to play d5 here. You don't want to be doing that, right? Transposing to an f3 Nimzo, that's good. That's pretty good for white. I'll take my Hubner-like position here. How does that work? Are you seriously sacrificing your central pawn? I suppose it has some value. What? How do I want to defend said pawn? Queen b6, artificial. Well, anyway, this will get my bishop open. Think of it as a Najdorf. Let's just pretend we're playing the Najdorf. Yeah, knight e2. I'm not that enthused about. To be completely honest. I mean, I could exchange, but I like this blockading c5. Well, I think the d5 variations in the f3 Nimzo are counterintuitive. I used to play that too, because Karpov did. But, you know, when the opponent has the two bishops, I think there's something strange about opening the game. It definitely isn't intuitive. You see, you got this contradiction, right? White has the two bishops, but he's got his king in the center. and he has less development. So chess is hard. Then you die. To each his own, you know. The problem in the Nimzo is that white is playing queen pawn game, and if he doesn't get his king out, he gets murdered in his bed. Bed murder. Bedhead. Bedhead Redemption. That's a great name. I think white is pretty lost here. I thought, he's going to put the knight on g3, but I mean, whatever. His position is terrible. Yeah, this is terrible. This is beyond catastrophe. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he resigned. All right. He's just learning how to play the white side of the Nimzo. Bedhead Redemption. I like that. So, where is everybody? Come on, 7 viewers. You guys realize what a legend I am? Are we even on Lee Chess? We are. Nobody follows the streams on Lee Chess anymore. I'm gonna have to start streaming on like Internet Chess Club or something. What am I gonna do? We've got 10 players. 2 hours. I need a better stream title. Join us. We gotta invite people. I need to do more promotion. I need to be more like Susan Polgar. Join us. The mistress of self-promotion. More Lev Albert. Become a far-right activist. Alright, let's go. Come on. Come on, we need more players. Where is everybody? You saw a game with Queen C2. Oh yeah, that happens. Azawaga again. I'm a little more warmed up now. Don't you play the Najdorf? Doesn't Azawaga play like the Sicilian? Guess not. I guess we'll never know. He wants to play the French, apparently. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that. Not today. Gotta drink this coffee before it's too late. I have 6 hours jet lag, plus I'm like staying up really late every night. Last night I played poker until 3 in the morning, 3:30. Anyway, I can't sleep till like 4 in the morning anyway, so. Due to jet lag. It takes me a week to get over jet lag. I mean, is that normal? They say it's like an hour a day. But I really have a hard time with it. Getting back to like a normal sleep schedule. So what are we doing here? Queen's Gambit accepted. You know, this is funny that more people don't use this type of move order. Because if you want to, this is a tournament. Yes, Blind Bandit. Join us. Leo should join us as well. This is an arena. Come on. That's why we're here. Of course. So he plays the Queen's Gambit accepted. It's weird. D4, E6. It's like, if you wanted to play the Queen's Gambit accepted, why wouldn't you play D4, D5? And after C4, play D takes C. It's a weird way to play the Queen's Gambit accepted. When you really get down to it and think about it. It is. It is rather weird. I don't know about this B3. I mean, I think it's kind of lame. How do you join? You have to join our team. To pawn the team. Can somebody give him the link for our team? Or do I have to get that myself? You switch the order of moves. Anybody have our team link? Masturbate. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, this whole thing is kind of lame. I'm going to avoid exchanging queens. I don't have a good record with this B3 stuff, but some other people like it. It's kind of popular. Thanks, Producer. Yeah, that's our tournament link. I wish we could pin 2 things. But you can only pin 1 thing. That's weird. You can only pin 1 thing to the stream, right? You should be able to pin 2 things. have a like pin-up board. 9 viewers. We're knocking it out of the park, as they say. So I have Rook D1 now. But how important is that really to play Rook D1? I don't want to chase his queen to a good square. I mean, how does that help me? Knight D2. Queen C7. Both sides will have, you know, sort of knight G4, knight G5 type of ideas. So if I go Rook C1, might generate some tactical. Rubinstein was big on like knight E4. Rolled over rover. There's also knight to G5. Favorite of Asterbate. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. This looks pretty solid for black. I don't think it's enough for white, this whole stupid B3 crap. It's just not, it's not that testing. Queen's Gambit Accepted is a good opening. You know, he didn't play it by normal move order, but last year or 2 years ago, Dlugi published a book on it. There are years of silence and training Hans. I think that was collaboration with another guy, though. You don't hear much about the Queen's Gambit Accepted. Misunderstood opening. Some Hungarian women grandmasters think that the Queen's Gambit Accepted is a solid opening. If that's what you think, then you need to be retrained. You need better training. Queen's Gambit Accepted by definition is not solid. You're not supporting the center. You're giving up your center. Your central pawn at D5. I would think it's the opposite of solid. I mean, it's not the King's Indian, but still. It's a very strange concept. Alright, Queen A5. Speaking of solid. Wow. Knight G5. Bishop G5, Queen H5. Knight G5, F5. Knight G5, Bishop G5. I have Rook D7. Shit. Did I have that last move? Wow, I think something happened. WJ Loof is here. Wow. 75 months. 75 months for WJ Loof. Great. I'm back, and I cleaned out my storage unit in the United States now. So white is really on the edge here. Now these knight G5 things look super dangerous. Wow. Man, Rook E7. Jeez. This is wild. He should be lost here now. Pin it and win it. Bishop C6, Bishop C6, Knight E5. Or Knight D4 if you want to be on the safe side. Yeah. Oof. Easy money. Reduce it is in first place. Yeah, WJ Loof, how are things? I just escaped from Trumpistan myself. I just, you know, life is short, and then you realize things can always get worse, right? I never thought, you know, just when you think it can't get worse, it just keeps getting worse and worse. Isn't that, like, insane? Maybe he has a defense. I was a little reckless here. Yeah, he has a defense there. It's a nice move. That's a nice move. Someone get back rank mated. But I'm not gonna lament about politics all the time. I mean, that's boring. I mean, that's really boring. But I always think of that with you, Gaza, Ukraine, all this stuff. I had, what's really weird? Last night I had my first ever dream about DJT. He was in my dream. It was really bizarre. Just this really weird thing with Trump. He's in my dream, and I dreamt something really weird. It was just strange. All right, now I didn't kill him. Azuaga got away. He's just down a piece for a pawn. I can't remember ever having a dream that Donald Trump was... I had a Biden dream once that I played poker with Joe Biden, and he sucked me out with like a really big, crushing river bad beat or something. But I never had a Trump dream until last night. But the dream was kind of stupid. I don't even want to say it because it's just, you couldn't even really understand it, But we were just kind of joking with each other in the dream. All right. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's all this Trump stuff for 8 years, and I'm having my first dream about Trump. I'm like a Trump dream virgin. You would think by now I would have already had a dream by this point. I mean, it's kind of late in the game to be getting your first Donald Trump dream, right? Late in the game. Yeah, sometimes it feels like you just have to shut out all the madness. Well, I mean, I know a lot of people, just don't basically watch the news anymore. And, yeah, I mean, honestly, I always thought that was kind of a cop-out. But what are you going to do? You could just tune it out. I mean, I used to basically not care about politics at all when I was younger. And that was much easier, but I missed a lot of stuff. Not only politics, I tuned everything out. I just only focused on chess. At some point. And that was, I remember missing all kinds of movies and television shows. You can tune everything out. I can tune everything out. It's harder when you live abroad, though, because you're kind of homesick and you want to, the news is a way of for me, the news is a way of kind of fighting back against the homesickness of living in a foreign continent. Man, this is getting really out of control now. What the hell? Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, that's the wrong square. Alright, that was an extended game. So we do have... Oof, this account violated the terms of service. Get out of here. I get one join request by someone who's violated the terms of service. Oh, go read your account. You just violated the terms of service. I'm such a stickler for the rules. It's ridiculous. I'm a bad sport. I had an angry meltdown for a moment during my poker game last night. I turned into Korchnoi. I threw my cards and steamed out of the room and slammed the door like a baby. But it was good, I was afraid I'd lost all contact with my adrenaline and testosterone and stuff. So it was actually refreshing to know that I actually still have testosterone and adrenaline. Because for a while I was damn, dude, I just don't have any motivation at all. It's actually a good sign that I'm getting really angry for a change. You know, I could use a little bit more of that actually when I'm playing chess. Yeah, why must I lose to this idiot? Exactly. You're gonna play another Nimzo? Oh, you forgot to play Queen C2. He forgot to play Queen C2 last game. Why am I playing this line? What do I play here? Oh, this is what you want to play. Okay, I don't know anything about this. What do I know about this? What do you know? What do I know? Yeah, this is something different. I don't really know. What do I know? I'm just a caveman. Yeah, but anyway, I don't like to lose control of my emotions, but when it reaches the point where I don't know where my adrenaline is anymore, maybe it's a good sign. I've always been very, very driven. And if I lose my drive, I think I'm in trouble. And it's one of the reasons why my results have probably not been the greatest in the last couple of years. You really need drive. I need drive. I'm not like Anand or something where I can just chill like a plant and, be completely emotionless. Yeah, this is not a bad line for white. I don't think I played this right. I think that white should be better here. So it's basically the same as the last game, but different. Okay. Same but different. We got the same stuff. Yeah, we need a plan here, seriously. This is not cool. Having no plan is not cool. What am I going to do about that business, right? Look, Ma, no plan. Rook E8 is really weird. Oh, no, dude. Don't start with that, please. I don't play bullet. It's stupid. You can find lots of people to do that, though. I'm not one of them. I don't waste my time. Life is too short to play bullet chess. I wasted enough time on other stuff, but that's not something I'm going to do. God knows how much time I've wasted on various things, but bullet chess is really... I was talking earlier about playing 3-0, and it's bad enough. But that's just stupid. It's stupid. I always thought it was stupid. Even when I was like 21. I mean, when did I first play online chess? How old was I when I first played online chess? Probably I was 20 years old when I started playing online chess 30 years ago. Even longer, actually. It's probably more. I was probably like 19. Yeah, I don't know about the way he's playing this. It's almost like a double king pawn game now. H5 is crazy. I meant my other H5. G5. Whatever, man. This is a normal Nimzo. A normal Nimzo. It's a normal everyday Nimzo. Flimzo. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like the way I'm drifting here. He's got way more time than me. I get one guy who asks me about bullet chess, and then another guy who wants to join my team who's violated terms of service Can we get a real, sincerely interested player who really loves chess and doesn't play just bullet? Guys, join the team. Join the team. Pawnda and Horses Club. Sorry I haven't been around. I've been busy, but we'll eventually. Maddie Ash B has subscribed to Tier 1. Nice. Alright, Maddie B. Nice. Sorry, just clicking. You mean the bullet is just clicking, yeah. Matthias B. Matyas in Hungarian. Yeah, I'm drifting without a plan. White is better here. I do not like the way I played this. I have no good way to like attack his center. It's kind of like a weird 2 knights. It's a Nimzo, obviously, but it feels to me like I'm playing the black side of a double king pawn opening at this point. A 4 knights. I mean, my position looks like a 4 knights. Yeah, g4 is probably not a bad move, although we can sack a piece here. I would sort of doubt its soundness. I guess I can try to nibble away at the queen side with a6 and b5 or something. What was my original plan? I don't remember, but I'm gonna get like really crushed on the king side if I don't get some kind of counterplay. Though at the same time, I don't think I should go crazy. Take. See, like going crazy here by sacking a piece, I don't think it's the right idea. But that doesn't mean there is a right idea. I hate my position. I just hate my position. I hate everything about it. I have no space. I have no tactics that I believe are sound. Now I'm probably close to lost, but that move, why did he play that? He took a timeout to play this move, so play d5, but why? That was totally unnecessary. I think he could have ganged up on my other pawn. Alright. I mean, it looks like now I might be alright. Well, I'm kind of wishing I had put my king on the queen side. Alright, how do you want... Wow, you didn't take. Oh my god. It's a good thing my queen's on f8. Maybe I should have played queen g7 and moved my king over. Yeah, I just tried to make a legal move. That's me. I did that. I'm sleep deprived. So, how can I participate in this tournament? You have to join our team, Pawnda and Horses Club. We had to, like, if you scroll up, you probably can't see it, but you have to join Pawnda and Horses Club. You can see on the team arena. Now, you're doing that, but how does that work? Is this just a gambling move like c5? What? Whoa. Wow, you almost tricked me into doing that. That's an amazing move, bro. Wow, nice move. That's crazy. Jesus, where does he come up with this kind of tactical idea? c5 takes and bishop b5. What an amazing concept. That is an amazing concept. Dude, I mean, that's a really shocking variation. I'm just lost, right? Bro. Let me just check this with the engine. C5 out of nowhere? Where does he come up with a C5 sack? I thought D5 was a terrible move by White, tactically speaking. Yeah, he's playing like top engine moves there. And then Rook D2. But C5, Jesus, dude. And Bishop B5? That is weird. I just froze here. It was stupid. I could have played C6. I dismissed C6 for a very stupid reason. I thought he could like take it, but it doesn't do anything. Well, it does do something actually. I figured this was winning for him. What a game by White. My God. Yeah, you don't have any games. I can't accept people if they don't have any games. You have to have 100 rated games to join the team. That was quite a game by Redusa there, out of nowhere. I've never been crushed like that badly in a long time. Yeah, you can't join with like 4 games. That was the worst I've been crushed here in a very long time. That was weird. I just completely had no clue what I was doing. And this is coming from a guy who literally lost in like 5 moves last game. That was a really impressive game by White. He didn't even remember to play Queen C2 in the last game. He played A3. Now he's like a genius. That's I don't mean to like insinuate that he's cheating or something, but it's typical stuff that I just can't believe is real, you know. I can't believe you go from playing A3 instead of Queen C2, having no clue what you're doing, to playing like a grandmaster the next game. How does that even happen? Is it even the same person? I feel like I just played 2 different players when I played that guy. There was like this like master and his like little 5-year-old nephew or something who played the first game. Heroku in first place. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I can't let you join our team unless you have at least a reasonable amount of games. I'd like to say 100, but I might make an exception if you have like 50 games or 60 games, Blitz or longer, but I'm not going to accept accounts that are brand new and have no games, or like 4 games. Because we get people in my team that I can't vouch for, and then I have to kick them out because of like cheating and stuff. You know, so I just don't like to do that. I mean, get close to 100 rated games and then we can join. Schumacher must not be on Twitch today. Speak of the devil. Wow. Yeah, my Nimzo got kicked in. That was bad. Majorly outplayed there. That last game. Phew. I was in trouble. You know, even if I didn't make blunders. I had really messed up the opening to the point where White had like a massive space advantage in that game. This is like Ilinčić's favorite opening. My friend who's a grandmaster who's rated like 2207 now. There's something wrong with him. I mean, you can't be like 50, 57 or 58 and be like 2207. I don't know what his problem is. Sako used to play B4 here. That was his big innovation. I mean, it's kind of strange, honestly. Yeah, he's an open-minded player. I always appreciated that. But, I don't know. Maybe health issues. Various players have had strokes and stuff. They never really were the same after that. But it's very strange for a Grandmaster to drop to 2200 at his age. Of course, it depends on who you're playing. I mean, I'm going to the World Senior, and there's a lot of guys who are, like, obviously protecting their ratings. There are a lot of players who are weaker than me that are higher rated. Especially there's guys like the 65 group. I'm like, how is, like, a 65-year-old? How are 65-year-old IMs higher rated than me? I mean, what are you doing? Like, you specialize in playing just senior tournaments or something? People who, like, weren't even higher rated than me when we were like 40s, 30s. I don't know, man. Whatever. I put too much value on ratings, I guess. Screw ratings. So Schumacher is a monster. Our rook's on the wrong square. Obviously. Rather obviously. I'm just not. I'm very affected by the last game. I was very upset by that. Don't like losing, but I don't like getting crushed. How do they have so many points? How does Soroku have so many points? Well, I guess they're berserking. That's the answer. Duh. Alright, we gotta start berserking. That's all there is to it. I didn't want to do 2.5, but if we want to be competitive in this tournament, it looks like there's no choice but to berserk. There's going to be no choice but berserking. Queen e8. He who hesitates is lost. Rook takes. Bishop c5. Yeah, he's going to see that. Some people are just so fixated on playing fast chess that they just play the same speed no matter what. Like Schumacher, Redusa, they must be playing bullet and 3-0 all the time. But I don't like those time controls that much. I'd rather not. Right. This is a very obvious idea. Why don't I just go to b5? Natural enough move. You joined. Oh yeah, that's an old message. Alright, so we're up to 17 viewers. I'm sorry I haven't been streaming regularly, people. But we're in travel mode. Did Black? No, he didn't blunder. He's alright. Luckily for him, but I mean, I'm happy too now. I have a queenside majority. Scary Schumacher, who plays fast, is facing an endgame where I have a queenside majority, and he doesn't really have any counterplay. I control the open file and a queenside majority. It looks very good for white. Trading queens is great, you know. You gotta love trading queens here. You got everything. I mean, unless he has some sort of tactic where he can win a pawn or try to trap my knight. So obviously, no, this looks good. My knight can even plonk into b7 if I have to. It'll hit his bishop with tempo. So say trade queens, play rook d8, knight b7, rook d1, rook d1. His bishop's attacked. I think I'm close to winning here. it comes down to, well, a lot of factors, but how about giving up the bishop? I'm happy with that too. Bishop d6, rook d6. He'll still be like in big trouble. Anything's good for white. Bishop d6, bishop d6. Queen takes queen. But we're gonna have to berserk if we want to be competitive in this tournament. I don't care. You know, I don't have any testosterone left. I used that all last night when I slammed the door and had like a rage attack during poker. I have to say, I like having control of my emotions, but we're human. So rook there, that's a neat move. So I said, yeah, I guess I didn't look at that exact move, though. Knight b7. Where's your bishop going? I have other options. Knight b7. He's got to go to d6. Oh, man. Okay. I don't know what to do. This is the best move for black. Rook c6. Number one move. He tanked and found that. Fortunately, my knight is not trapped per se. Thanks everyone for joining our stream. You can join our team, the Pawnda Horses Club, and then join our tournament. But no one has successfully joined yet. I know it's difficult. I think someone's trying to join now. All right, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Mr. Sherlock Holmes, why are you blocked? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to hope that's not someone who tried to like cheat against me or something. You're giving me the bishop. All right. Wow. That's a serious mistake. He has a tactical trick. I missed this. But I still think it's a mistake. Tactical trick or not, like I'm just better here. The fundamentals. Yeah, he's got some chances to save this game. A little too many chances. Gonna have to play like Karpov to squeeze him. God damn it. Why did I play that? I could have played so many things. Maybe even King G2. King E2. R2D2. So I just allowed Sherlock Holmes to join our team. You're probably blocked for being annoying, like sending me repeated like requests to play. The majority of people are blocked from me for two reasons. One is that they play in my simuls and then leave the game without playing like more than 10 moves. And two, they like send me repeated challenges. They challenge me, I decline. They challenge me again, I decline. They challenge me a third time, I like block them, you know. That's probably why he's blocked, but you never know for sure. So here, black is getting counterplay, and I'm pretty pissed off about it right now. This is really aggravating. Wow. Wow, bro. Outside pawn this. Rook a6, pawn takes pawn b4. Rook b5, a3. We could try this. This is a little risky, but I kind of like it. It's very concrete. Yeah, that's a cheapo. Still got tactics. Damn. Found another tactic. And another tactic. Just keeps finding tactic after tactic. This time he came up short. He's still holding. It's unbelievable. Well, F5 check. I don't believe how well people are playing against me. It's just peculiar. Look at this guy's play. I mean, he saved this game with like almost perfect defense. Jesus Christ, dude. 20 cent upon loss. 18 cent upon loss game from a guy who's 1900 in blitz in 5+2. That's an insanely good game. That's better than most tournament games. The cent upon loss there by both sides is better than an average master level tournament game. That's just criminal. You were lost, but it wasn't that easy. Now, Masterbase's fast, so I have to do this. Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to play Arena Blitz without adrenaline, and I just don't have a lot. Even with the coffee. Masturbate's so fast, he's not an ideal opponent to berserk against. He's always going to have more time than you. You're never going to, like, flag him. The game's going to be long. Here he's playing a little bit robotically, but that's fine. I think that white's still fine. Also, I don't really like seeing such a closed position when I'm playing in an arena. And I only have 2.5 minutes. This is not easy to win. He defended so well. I mean, he could have easily lost. There's a lot of subtleties in Schumacher's defense there. But I'm very surprised he's able to find such accurate moves, you know, with low time. There was a lot of tactical tricks. Maybe I'm underestimating, you know, how easy it was, but I thought it wasn't that easy to find the defenses there. He could have gone wrong like a million different ways and just didn't. Masturbate's playing well too. Everybody's good. Yeah, great game by Masturbate. Masturbate has a huge tendency to blunder because he plays too fast. But I honestly don't really trust my position here. I don't think I have much. Knight c5 doesn't seem right. He's playing this well. He's playing very positionally. Trying to grab some points, but not Pabu. You hit 2100 on the other evil chess site. Alright, you're not going anywhere. Don't I have knight a6 now? See, he's sleepy. Good idea, but it tactically fails. I hope. A5 is a great plan, you know, if you can get it. Mr. Coffee, what's up? Everybody's playing so well. Redusa crushed me. Schumacher drew me in a worse position, in a worse endgame. Asturbate's tough. I think I won a game somewhere. But okay, this is not... Coffee wasn't enough, Mr. Coffee. Not enough. Not enough. I can't do it. I don't have enough adrenaline. That's irrational. So he gave up 2 pieces for the rock. And now he doesn't take the pawn on a5. Oh, brother. Yeah, he's like, he's having a mental breakdown. He just goes on these weird tangents. It's so bad because Asturate has so much talent. And if he just, could put it together, he could be a great player. But he seems to kind of get nervous or panic. Well, miscalculation is part of it. The boxes keep coming? Oh no. You didn't get more boxes, did you? Don't tell me. I'm sorry, man. I thought it would stop at 10. Oh no. That has to be the last one, man. Well, you can probably see when they were sent. Please don't take with the queen. That would be a bad blunder. Yeah. Is that the library? Yeah, a lot of it. Actually, not completely, but some. Yeah. Uber driver took some of them too. And is gonna send them or bring them to Mr. Coffee. Yeah, mostly library. I had like 500 chess books. Heroku finally lost to someone. What the heck, dude? He beat Ruslan, Asturbate. He beat Redusa. He beat Schumacher. Whoa. He's like going off. So he finally lost to Drown the Clown. Damn, dude. Yeah, my chess library, I had to throw away some. I sadly threw away a lot of my informants. The chess informator. I didn't throw away too many books, but I did throw away. I had maybe like 20 chess informants, and they're just so heavy. And the games are all, saved somewhere in 10-9. So that's got to be the end of the line. That's got to be the last box, Mr. Coffee. Chess Riddler is back. Yeah, Chess Informants, I was sorry to see my collection go, but I didn't have a complete collection anyway. They're just paperback. All that information is stored on disk somewhere. You can probably buy a disc of the Chess Informants. Anyway. Basically glorified chess magazines at this point. So what are we going to do? You're going to play d5. I see. Yeah, I've had a lot of excuses. I have a lot of excuses. I've got a tournament game on Sunday. I have jet lag. I played poker until 3:30 in the morning last night. I hurt my leg. No. Mr. Coffee, no, that's you. I had a long day today. Hurt my leg playing poker. No, I hurt my... No, I'll tell you, man, sitting for a long time, whatever you're doing, is terrible for you. Whether it's poker, chess, it's very bad for you. I mean, I get, like, well, actually, I do walk a lot, but damn, so if I play, A3 is fine. I do walk a lot, but, doing stuff that's like sitting all the time is horrible for your body. You applied a Sassy account to the team. Okay, I didn't notice yet. Maybe Mr. Coffee will get you. Sassy and... Whoa, it's your move? I thought you moved. Alright, I can get it. No join requests. Alright, well that's been removed. Yeah, well you forced me to play B4. The impure king. Maybe not the most efficient plan of development. Choose your team. Knight F2. Triple exclaim. I want to thank Mr. Coffee and Uber driver and my friend Joe, who I lovingly refer to as the Weed Master, for helping me, during my recent time in Trumpistan, sorting out my stuff. So we had 3 very, very good volunteers who aided me one at a time. Actually, Mr. Coffee was solo, but Joe met Uber driver. They probably had met before at some point. You joined the wrong team. Oh my god, dude. You could say that again. Oh no, not Gotham chess. Ugh. Gross. So, well, we got a lot going on. This is ridiculous. What are you doing, bro? You're kidding, right? I was just joking about that move. You're not really doing Knight G4, are you? He's 1961. What? That's not gonna work. You joined the Kraken squad. Oh. Well, that's good too, but we haven't used that in a while. Mr. Coffee let you in there? Panic and Skywalker. Oh, that's you. No reveals. Oh no, I closed my window. Oh no. Oh no. I closed my window. Shit, dude. Hey, my tournament's not up there. Well, that sucks. How come my tournament's not in the tournament list? Usually it was in there if it was like an arena. There's some setting I have to change. It's not listed on MeChess. Yeah, you're a captain of Kraken squad. Kraken squad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really awake yet. Reduces in first place after crushing me in that key game. Haruku seems to have... He's like left the building or something. So this tournament is still up in the air. Asteroid has the maximum number of games. Next to Reduce, who has 10 already. They both have like 10. Jeez, man, you're all kinds of trouble today. Oh. Now I need a 14-day-old account. I can change that. Jeez. You guys are so difficult, man. I mean, seriously. Like babies, really. He has to make a new account every 5 days. Ridiculous. Alright. I changed it for you. Fresh account. Heroku is still playing. He's playing Schumacher. Oh. Oh no, Schumacher got brutally mated by Heroku? The new Heroku. Now better. Now with more stuff. New Heroku is like 2100 now, apparently. His score is 150.5 to 8.5 against me. I mean, 8.5 to 150.5. So he just crushed Schumacher, whose score against me is 61, 416. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. As I said earlier, it's surprising for me sometimes how different people play, day to day or game to game. Of course, I do too. We all have our bad games. But seriously, I have 2 games against Redusa today. One where he played like a 1200, and the other one where he played like a 2200. Oh, I wonder who this is. Your win. Oh, no. No. I don't take responsibility for anything. That's not on me. What happened to the Mora Gambit? Dude, you tricked me. Now I'm playing the Pirates. It's okay, I play the Kraken anyway. You're supposed to play E4 there. You really should play E4 there. So you went from playing the... So you're telling me you went from playing the Mora Gambit to the closed Sicilian King's Indian attack. It's quite a switch. Unleashed is here. Well, I'm just going to the senior championship to meet groupies. Yeah, that's what I do. No, man, it's depressing. The World Senior is depressing. I mean, in that kind of social terms. But I am happy that at least I have a couple of friends who are playing this year. And one person who I absolutely... There's a couple of people who I absolutely detest. So it's a mixed bag. I mean, I have one person I literally seethingly hate. 2 people I like, and 1 person who I just dislike. A little bit of everything. The hate guy is really annoying. I hate this guy. Shall remain nameless, but thankfully he's not in my section. He's in the 65 plus. All right, Rook B1 and B4. Interesting approach. Yeah, this is very far cry from the Mora Gambit. This is absolutely not an open position. Anakin Skywalker, but I don't understand something here. Oh, you're not 14 days old. You have enough games, you're just not... Yeah, your count is too new. Okay. Knight H4 now. I understand. I'm extremely weak. Also really hungry. Starving. We had some good food while I was in the States, at least. Oh man, I hope the food is good at the World Senior, although I ate too much when I was in the States. You get old. Run out of vices. You're not allowed to do anything. Drugs, alcohol, gambling. Nothing's allowed anymore, I'm almost reduced to just eating food and getting fat. I have good taste in dining. I do. Well, we had a family tradition, Dining was always very, very important in my childhood. And my parents, nobody was fat, so we could eat. There was no restrictions about eating. That was good. I was the only person who was ever chunky. growing up. Alright, but man, now we're getting overweight. Panic and Skywalker is like, you're a totally different player, bro. You were doing the more gambit. I mean, you couldn't pick something more opposite to what you were playing before. Literally. Yeah, I was lucky my mom and my dad were really thin. They never had to care about how much they ate. So we could go out to eat and nobody's like on a diet or something. I hate that though when you want to go out to eat and people are like making you feel guilty for eating. Hey, I'm on a diet. I'm so fat. Alright, you're just like killing my whole like culinary experience with that diet guilt. You got a nice center there. Jeez. I'm just not feeling it today. I guess we'll go bishop b7. I can't tell you how bad it is to play the closed Sicilian in a frickin' arena, though. I mean, that just can't be a good strategy. You know how much I hate closed positions in Blitz? Anti-Lizard. Anti or anti? I was aiming for this square a long time ago. I don't know, I like to play the closed Sicilian sometimes, but I would never play it in a Blitz Arena. I think you need more time to play this kind of opening, man. You know, this just doesn't make sense to me. It's a completely strategic opening. You can't be playing this in fast time controls. This seems like a bad idea. You know, you can't possibly get close to playing optimal chess. I mean, maybe the opponents are so bad that it makes it worth it. In some cases. But for me, at least, it's impossible. You know, it just closed positions and super fast time controls just don't make sense together. Play anything well. It's not optimal. But it's better than being boring, I'll give you that. Yeah, I mean, I just always assume people are somewhat results-oriented. If you're not results-oriented, then by all means, you know, play anything. Normally people are like, how do I get to 2,500? How do I become a master? I mean, I'm normally advising people not to play boring stuff and play repetitive, boring stuff, you know? Uh-oh. Yeah, I can accept the loss of the c3 pawn. That I can live with. But I don't think you can live with losing your h3 pawn. That's gonna be fatal. Well, I've been wrong before. I may be wrong again. Now, for my last trick, bishop d4. Bishop d4, queen d4. Bishop d4, queen d4, knight g4. No time to mess around here. This is not optional. Queen takes d4 is not optional. It's a non-optional move. Wow, I forgot I had queen takes g3. I'm a moron. But I'm a nice moron. Oh, that hurts. Wow. Oh, it's mate. Alright, we gotta do it with the queen. You gotta do it with the queen. It has some style, man. Reduce is still in first place. He's just losing games and he's still in first place. Schumacher took him down. He's still in first place. He's only berserked 2 games. No, I'm crazy. He berserked a lot. He stopped berserking. Haruku slowed down. Yeah, Haruku got 2 games with Drown the Clown, who's like using all of his time. I'm switching up my styles, looking to play more positional. I haven't settled on defense for 1e4. You're looking to play more positional. Well, I like to look at the openings in terms of open versus closed a lot. Do you prefer to play open or closed positions? I'm just throwing this out there. I mean, e4, e5 is the best, right? And I think that can be played in a multitude of ways. But when we're talking about positional defenses, yeah, I would say e4, e5, and if you prefer open, you could play e4. Like, you could play the Caro-Kann. When I think of positional or strategic defenses, Caro-Kann, e4, e5 is always good, and it's very wide variety of things you can play there. I would really try to stick to e4, e5, but you could play the Sicilian. That's kind of risky, but you can play in a more solid way. Like, if you play the Sicilian with 2 e6, I think that's it's aggressive, but positional, in a way. I think positional is overrated, though. Now, that word is a little bit weird and deceptive. I prefer to use the word strategic. Versus tactical. And yeah, so e4, e5, the Caro-Kann. I wouldn't recommend the French if you don't like closed positions. French is going to be worse. Yeah, right. So the Kann Sicilian. Exactly. The Kann Sicilians, Paulson, Taimanov. How does this work? What is he doing? Bishop f5. So again, I think they're alternating between the 1200 and the 2200. Now I'm playing the 1200 again. So that's pretty weird. I'm like, I've got a great Russian systems now. I think bishop b6 is actually a weird move there. I mean, it's actually like a good move, but not very well known. Yeah, he's degenerated back to 1200 level. Now, black is really in trouble here. This is a terrible position for the Grunfeld. Like optimal position for white. You pretend to be doing something. More than most Americans who are now paying for their government not to work. Thank God we escaped from Trumpistan. I'm back to Urbanistan. Yeah. Hard to believe this guy crushed me like a dog just a few minutes ago. It's literally like a different player. Yeah, I wanted to play bishop b3, but I can't. Oh my god. I couldn't justify that. Wow, dude. What about knight d5 at some point? Bishop b1 looks good. This is crazy. It's a tough room. The Pecan Sicilian. Picante. Queen c7. Wow. That's extreme. He must have seen something he didn't like. Yeah, it's almost completely time-oriented. We're going to see him pick up the pace soon. In the lead in the tournament, ahead of me. It's very peculiar. And this isn't the first time. Crushed me that game. Totally unhinged play in this game by black. For a master, for a master strength player. I'm gonna call anybody who's 2200 or so, online master strength player. I don't know. Wow. F5 now. My God. So like borderline unhinged. How do I finish him off? It's really not that easy. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, very strange inconsistency. He played the other game so well. This was a bad game. Schumacher near the top. We still have an hour left, guys. Be very careful when you're playing white. He's warning. Heroku's warning his opponents now. He beat Drown the Clown even. Oh my God. His performance is up to 2089 now. So Heroku is 300 points above his rating, performance-wise in this tournament. Warning the Clown. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was a draw. It was a draw. Okay. No, that's understandable. Drown the Clown likes draws, I think. What was that? What was that? Oh no, Drown the Clown played something crazy. The G4. Oh. This thing. Jared Bryan did that once against like Foigle and got his face ripped off. That's a very dubious line there, Drown the Clown. Don't play it against any strong players for sure. That was embarrassing. Watching like an average master get crushed by like a quality player. The B3, bishop B2, G4 thing. Definitely not something you want to play against someone really, really good, because they'll punish you. Yeah. Uh-oh, Reduci against what's Schumacher doing? Wow. Schumacher's playing the Benoni. Have we seen this before? I think Schumacher must be drinking. Whoa, did he have B4 there? Well, they're just like hacking it up here. This is terrible. I think the Palinka must be busting out. Speaking of which, I got some of that at home. But let's see. Maybe this isn't so bad for black. They're both playing like maniacs. Black's just down a couple central pawns. No big deal. In the exchange. Wow. All right, let's get back to our stuff. So we're narrowly in first place. Reduces in second. Schumacher is battling for that. Haruku. Oh, by the way, guys, don't forget to donate. We did get a couple. Subscriptions from WJ Loof and Matthias. Thank you guys for subscribing. We're up to 2425 for the World Senior. 4 days to go. I don't think I can modify that though. Let me see. Donation goal. Can I modify that? I don't think I can change it. You can just end goal. Yeah. I would want to change days remaining, but I can't. Visual settings, source, goal. I don't think I change it now that it's there. You can't change it mid donation goal. It should be one more day. It should last one more day because I've got a stream on Sunday. But whatever. I could make a new one. All right, Schumacher again. He's really tilted. He's got to be like super tilted now. Rarely have played this against him, but it's not a bad choice. Kind of get him out of book. It's not exactly a Nimzo. It's actually an English defense. But maybe not necessarily a line he plays. Or kind of a Dutch. A Dutch Nimzo. Oh. Well, what happens now if knight c6? I guess I should just take. I feel like I've been here before, done this. Yeah, we don't want to do that. I'm afraid I might have transposed something he actually knows. His play in general in the Queen Pawn games is decent. I don't want to give him an inflated ego. But he looks so tilted in the last game against Redusa. They were just playing like complete maniacs, especially Black. And I know that the Palinka Rakia might start to get involved. Or at least Beer. So what now? Bishop d3? No? Weird. What if I knight e7? It seems inconsistent. h6. Oh yeah, he's gonna sack a piece. Bishop h6. No! Didn't sack a piece. Oh, castle queenside. You know how much you love to castle queenside. This is the place to do it. Arsenal fan with castle queenside. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know. This seems a bit much for me, but all right. I think I'm just better here. He can't castle queenside. Well, at least not after bishop takes f5. Am I threatening g5? That would be a really messed up move to play. Brah! Queen f4. Queen f4. Queen f4, g5, knight g5, takes, queen takes, check, knight g7. Come on. Somebody's got to beat... What happened to these other players? Where is everybody? Panicking, just played one game and left. HGG is here. They're playing God Shankar. The Blind Bandit. You guys should be able to beat Redusa, but nobody can beat him. Man, that's an ugly structure you've got there. It's a really ugly pawn structure. I'm no materialist. Yeah. Bro, you are asking for it. I'll take the c-pawn. There's also rook h6, queen e8. Alright, he has some chances. Yeah, he had to stop g5. He would have liked to have played a different move there. Most likely. He would have liked to have played like d5, but he's getting his queen trapped if he doesn't play h4. So now the c-pawn falls, and he's down a clear pawn with weaknesses. Looks really ugly for white. It's pretty lost, I would think. Pretty freaking lost. I got a challenge from someone. The challenge. Oh, I love those. Those are my favorite. The unlimited correspondence challenges. Yeah. Actually, no. They're not really my favorite. Knight takes. This is dangerous. Yeah, why am I allowing that? Well, the problem was I had another plan. I should stick with the plan, I guess. Alright, so long as I don't hang anything, I should be winning. They're my favorite. That's the thing about that. I mean, like, how does the game end? You know, what if you just take forever? It's so absurd, you know. Okay. I think our opponent has found a good try. I mean, you would never know like when the game would end. That's why there's time controls, right? That's why there's clocks. Yeah. Alright, this is like he's pumped up now. He's pumped up. I'm going to keep this as simple as I can. I can't believe it. Like, I'm only up one pawn. Wow. He's doing that like perfect playing the endgame thing again, which is really kind of scary. So I never thought of him as particularly strong endgame player. This is the second time in a row. Finally a mistake. He's not a bad endgame player, but it's certainly not his specialty. The last game he saved like man, talk about winning by a narrow margin. Wow, these pawns are just killer. Now he's melting. Okay. He's totally melted down. Super over. I don't think even I can mess this up. Famous last words. Yes, I can. I can do that. I could totally mess this up. I didn't see that. That's great. That's a great result. But I guess it also counts like how well your team did overall. All I saw was the Ukraine won. When you've got some consideration like the gold medal, I mean, you've got to take in mind. I don't mean to take away from his result or whatever, but if your team is playing like, you know, weak teams or something, yeah, first board gold medal. But I mean, if the team sucks, you know, it's much easier. It's still a very impressive result. No, I mean, it's still a really impressive result, no matter what, obviously, you know. I didn't see how they did, though. How did they do overall? Because I feel like Hungarian chess has just gone nowhere, you know, except for Rapport in the last... There's no backing. There's no money. There's no infrastructure. It's a tragedy because the Hungarian chess tradition is so amazingly strong. But I feel like lately, in the last 10 years, or even, yeah, at least, There's no tournaments, there's no money, there's no nothing, you know. Most Hungarian grandmasters don't even attempt to become serious players. They'll just like become GMs and start teaching chess or something. Rockport was special because he had a lot of coaches. Whoa. Dude is like way in front of me now. He's unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, how does he do it? He just crushes everyone instantly. What's the deal? I would have to look at the, you know, I mean, it's still a great result. But obviously if you play for, well, I don't know, there's some, how do they do that, by the way? Look at this game. He played against Panic and Skywalker. 100% accuracy? No, 92% accuracy for Redusa. Listen here. No, we're playing now in Arena. Acerbate! Let's do it. Okay, this is not my normal repertoire, but we gotta mix it up a little here to confuse him. He's confused. Acerbate playing the Nimzovich Sicilian in reverse. Looks pretty reasonable, actually. He's up to 37 points, dude. How can he, like, win with that many points? Just, like, crushing everyone like you're a super strong master? How is he doing that? Acerbate's playing like a fucking genius again, too. God damn it, dude. He's such a natural. And then a mistake. Winning the tournament with 37 and talking trash simultaneously. Why are you 2100, 2200? I don't understand. Yeah, Acerbate is a genius. You got to admit he's a genius. Unbelievable. I have to win this position. How do you have 37 points all of a sudden? It's so weird. The streaks give you more points? Oh, well, yeah. The arena system is obviously obscene, but that's what makes it fun, right? God, Acerbate, you're killing me, man. You took with the queen. Why would you do that? You could fix your pawn structure. There's a nice tactic here with rook e1. I'm gonna have to grind him down in this endgame. I have 51 seconds left. He's totally holding a draw here. He's 1500. I don't know, man. Now he resigns. That's not fair. Why are you resigning? Acerbate, why are you resigning? Don't do that. He resigned in an equal... Well, he resigned in a slightly worse position. Don't do that, Asterbait. That's unfair to the other players. I would have a very hard time winning that if you defended there. Rookie 1. Hold on a second. Rookie 1 doesn't work because of Queen takes D4. Rookie 8 check. Okay, that's true. He doesn't have Rookie 1. He's slightly worse, but it's still probably... It's objectively a draw. Look at this. Let's check these games. And now I'm playing him. Great. So that sucks. He's 21-38. It's not going to help, man. Taking him out. It's not going to hurt, but it's not going to help. Plays the Caro Khan. That's weird, too. I can't figure this guy out. 2200 bullet is pretty strong. I'm terrible at bullet, and I'm like 2400 plus. Let's just put it that way. I mean, if it's any indication. I mean, compared to most, I don't play bullet, and I suck because I don't play bullet, but I'm still probably like 2400. Just the fact that he's 22, he should, if he's this good, he'd be better than me at bullet, you know? It's kind of counterintuitive. I get paranoid about everything. What's up with 97? That's a normal move, I guess. Holy shit, bro. I didn't see mate in 1. He allowed it. I didn't see it. And then I realized on the next move. That's why people don't play knight d7. Oh my god. How to miss mate in 1. I'm an international master. I never play that position, though. 168 cent upon loss. He had 332 cent upon loss. That's like an all-time record, dude. That's crazy. And he's winning the tournament, getting mated in 1. You see, it doesn't make sense. It's like one game the guy's 2300, and the next game he's like 1200. Okay, I missed mate in 1 too, so there's no excuse. I don't look for mate in 1. I know who's playing for mate in 1. Nobody lets me do mate in 1. I played that position for black. Obviously, knight d7, knight takes e4 is the normal move. There's also another move though. There is knight a6. I think there must be some kind of secondhand, you know, add-on you can get. Oh no, Kellart is coming. Uh-oh. Kellart is coming and he's mad. I know that variation for black. Kellart is coming and he's pissed. There's that joke about like God or whatever, right? God is coming and he's pissed. It's a good thing he counter berserked. I didn't really adjust to that fact here. Oh no. He likes exchanging stuff. I feel like I'm playing, now who was that last game against? Why didn't I play Queen F5? The last game. Schumacher. Oh, why would I do that? I had Rook takes E1. Holy perfect endgame technique. Yeah, this guy doesn't manipulate his rating at all. Fuck. Oh. Jesus, dude. What? I'm gonna win on time? I have to like do a sleazy time win? Oh no. I feel so dirty. Played so well. He played like a goddamn genius, you know? I said the F word. Look at this. How do you have that many games? That's perverse. Look how many games he lost. He lost to Kellart and Pankin. Spankin. Spankin Skywalker. Oh my god. Rated 5+3. Kellart just wins every game. God. They lost to Impure King though. Wow. Kellart is making a run. I don't know who Kellart is. I have no idea. They've been totally anonymous. I normally don't play for flag and play this silly stuff like the H4, H5. But honestly, like, he deserves it. Ruslan deserves it. He's kind of sketchy. I could have played 92 there. I think I've played that before. We're going back to our old stuff here, which is really limited, has limited objective value, but this opening is an example of why it's more important, like, how well you know what you're playing compared to how good it objectively is. To have confidence in the openings that you play because you know them really well is the most important thing. I know the system extremely well for white, even though it's objectively not that great. And I have so much experience playing it. I can just whip it out after not playing it for like 5 years, and I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, Queen A5 is probably not good. Although there are some exceptional positions. Knight C4. It's very easy to get your queen trapped here. I think the black's already in trouble. Bishop F4. Knight E8. If I play A5, do I want to do that? Well, the thing I don't like is Knight B6, but I guess it may not be that dangerous. Let's say E4. Yeah, E4, Knight takes E4 might be dangerous. E4, Knight takes E4. No. E4, Rook E8. That's what I mean. E4, Rook E8. Alright. So Knight B6 is a threat. I have A5. I need time. Interesting. Queen B3 is another possibility. Kind of a waiting move. This is kind of unusual here. What's he gonna do? Rook B8? Yeah. I don't like this move. I don't like Queen B3. I don't think I should play Queen B3. You got him. Well, he hung mate and won against me. Mostly speed, but he did crush me that one game. But if you're fast, like Chess Riddle, I think you have a good chance. You can't, he specializes in playing fast. But if he plays fast and well, then what happens is what happened to me in that Nimzo. No one can stop a queen sack Benoni revenge. Oh shit, this Queen B3 move by me is so artificial. But I don't think H6 is the move. I'm very lucky he played that. Objectively. What about G5? Let's see. Yeah, I'll just wait. You play G5, I play H4. You play F5, I play H4. I'll tell you what. If you move anything over there, I'll play H4. Maybe. I could even play F4, sometimes. $23 left. That's right. We gotta win this thing. I'm desperate. I'm playing the lobster. I started to really sign up. I just became completely. uh, how do you say? I devolved. I devolved into my former self. Playing for time, flagging people, playing the lobster defense with H5. See, that brings out the best of me when I play like really fast time controls. Do we have a hype train today? There was an attempted hype train. Twitch does that now. It just like randomly starts hype trains. Ah. Alright. So, yeah, I had my chance to play A5, and I didn't do it, and I probably should have done it. Now it's too late. So I think we're going to need to reconsider the positioning of our queen. Positional queen. This is a more traditional square. That's normal. We don't normally put the queen on B3. It's too exposed. So now what's he gonna do? See? Bishop B7, the best Benoni ever, right? Rook B8. We have a plan for that. Well, yeah, I mean, that's awkward. Slightly awkward. I remember Grigo like doing this in a one of those old Benonis against someone. A4, Rook A3. Alright, so now we take with the bishop. I guess we take with the bishop, right? Who needs that bishop anyway? The knight's too strong on c4, at least to give it up for a knight. I might give it up for his bishop, although I'm tempted. I don't have to, take that bishop, but it is a strong piece. Let's see. So, let's keep the knight. I don't know, he could trade for my other knight, that's true. He is a protected passer. I mean, we are better here, alright. Caveman again. I'm being a caveman again. I'm just a caveman. So, knight e4, like with a self pin, that's a great idea. What else? Bishop d3, f5. So what do I want to do? e4. We have to do e4. Oh. Kell Art. Yo, Art Kellerman. Of course. Almost forgot. Yeah, I might want to develop at some point. Yeah, he's defended this pretty well, man. Rook b4 is probably a little overrated. Yeah, I was afraid of that. And he seems to be pretty quick. Wow. So I can't play b4. We have an issue. Oh man. Alright. This is very awkward. Holy awkward. Bishop f3 loses a piece. b4 doesn't work. Jesus. It's like playing God. Except he's faster than God. Also, really Good time management. Shows a lot of character. Time management builds character. It builds character. Yeah, I think I'm not really into that. Dude. He's pretty unbelievable now. Never played like this before. Damn. I mean, the moves are just unbelievable. What? Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, this guy's never played like this against me before. Actually, I beat him every time. Like hardcore competitive. This is ridiculous. He won't resign? Wow. That's pretty crazy, dude, that you won't resign. It's really bizarre. How could a player that good not resign at this point? In an increment game? That's crazy, right? No, I'm serious. Why would a player who's that good not resign in an increment game? That's mental. That's really insane. Dude, that's insane. How could he be that good and not resign? That's really crazy. Wow. I'm still losing the tournament. After Reduced lost 3 games in a row. I'm still behind. Not everyone resign. I like resigning. I like it. Bro, like seriously. But at some point you gotta resign. Because it's stupid to continue. Good players know that. That guy's too good not to know that. He's too good to not know that. HEG is sandbagging at 1695. This might be my last game. Dude, I totally understand him playing it out until the very, very, very end. At which point he has to resign. Because it's an arena, and what's he trying to do, you know? He doesn't want to score more points, bro? Or what? You want to just waste your time? Doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense anymore at that point. When he lost all his pieces and he just has his rook left and his only hope is stalemate, see, that's the point where you resign. Right there. But he just didn't. He didn't. He continued to not resign. By the way, he played like a fantastic game. I just want to say. He was probably even winning at one point in that end game or that late middle game. He was like winning. When, you know, he had been in big trouble in the opening. Clearly worse than opening. He came back and he was like nearly winning. Probably winning. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it felt like he was winning. I had gone too far. I'm just saying, it's an arena. I mean, it depends on the format, but... Ooh, I gotta watch out. That's a scary fork. I guess I could have taken with the C pawn. Human brain mode. Brain to human. So white is much better now. Knight d3 is not a threat. I don't know if that was a great move by me earlier, but whatever. Now HEG is worse. Now he's in trouble. He's not a bad player, actually. I think he's far better than that. You know, whatever. That's not a real rating. That's... Look at his chess 960 is 1840. He should be at least 2000 in Blitz. I don't know if I want this pawn. I can play f4. Nah. Yeah, I want it. Okay, I'll take it. Oof, b4. Man, I'm a point behind. Oh, Reducer got acerbate. Come on. Well, at least HEG berserked. So I might have time for another game. I'm lucky that he berserked. Yeah, this is too much. You're croaked here. Crocus. He seems to be gaining time. How's he doing that? They're berserking. Crocus. Oh no. Wait. I've got another friend for you. Ooh, that hurts. This is gonna tickle a little. Okay, he resigned. Well, we're temporarily in first place, but Astrobate lost? Oh no. Astrobate lost. I'm playing God Shankar. Guess we go Benoni. We definitely go Benoni with no time. Unfortunately, he seems to know what he's doing. Oh, he berserked back. Oh. He didn't berserk back, did he? Yeah. Seems like we gain time on moves. It's weird. Yeah, Benoni's a great opening for fast time controls, at least. See, you don't want a King's Indian with the fast time. Benoni's okay. We can always do Benoni. King's Indian, no. Too closed. You don't want that. Wow. What could possibly go wrong here? I could go into an endgame. It's a little scary. I don't really like that. I don't have a lot of options, though. That is kind of annoying. Wow, he traded. I am winning on the queen side. But he defended the king side really well. Yeah, studying those Larson games helps. Damn. The A5, A4. Oh, you have a trap? Oh my god. Knight G5? Is that for real? Oh my gosh. That seems like for real. Alright. This is interesting. I might be in trouble here. Wow. Phew. That's crazy. How did this guy turn into God? At what point did he become God? What? He became God. Did you see that? He just totally became God. He literally is God. This guy's play from like rook h8 onward. Wow. You went from like lost to winning. You were never winning? You were winning, yeah. You were like lost to winning. It was really just one move. So I had a defense here, knight d3. But it was involving sacrificing f7. I didn't think I could do it. I couldn't find the move in time. That's crazy. Panic and Skywalker. 2 minutes left. God's playing a bad Sveshnikov. Oh, it's not. It's a Mora. Oh no. God doesn't know the Mora. I don't know how bad that Mora looks bad. It's a bad Mora for black. The moral of the story. Tournament pairings are now closed. We did it. Oh my god. Whew. Drello Myery. We played 4 years ago. You win. Can we play one match again? I'm a little tired today. I just played like 2 training games and like 20 games here. But maybe like on my next stream. You can come by Friday. Stop by on Friday and I'll play Blitz with whoever. Man, I was lost in that endgame, my god. And he had more time and he was winning. I couldn't get my queenside pawns moving. It's a miracle I even drew. So God Shankar, wow. Incredible game. Tourney pairings are now closed. We managed to eke out an arena victory. Oh my god. I had to pull out every kind of cheap trick. Saving lost positions, flagging people. Was that the last game? Panikin won. Draw by mutual agreement. Oh. So Keller gets third. Nobody had a real chance. Panikin finish. Okay, so we're almost done. There's no games left. Uber Driver Asterbait? Oh no. Uber Driver Asterbait. It looks like Asterbait Uber Driver. Uber Driver's got nothing here. He's got nothing on Asterbait. This position is totally equal. Queen C1. Wait, what? Say what? Wait, Uber Driver just dropped a piece? Queen C1? What is that, a mouse slip? Chess Riddle subscribed. Oh no, you gifted a tier 3 sub. Chess Riddle, are you serious? I don't think we have any other tier 3 subs. Asterbait used to do that. Chess Riddle, that's so generous, thank you. Chess Riddle gifting a tier 3 sub to TBA Listen Here. Do you know each other? Or you just... Wow. So, Uber Driver played Queen C1, hanging a piece, and Asterbait didn't take it. And these guys, they're playing just for glory. Yeah, he felt bad, Nefedov. He felt bad for Uber Driver, so he didn't take it. He didn't want to beat him in this game that doesn't count. You know? If it had counted, he would have taken it. But he figured, why beat him? The game doesn't even count in the arena. But I love how Asterbait paused for like a minute on the position where maybe he assumed Uber Driver made some sort of mouse slip. Queen C1, maybe... You know what it could have been? It could have been a Rook C1 kind of mouse slip. Maybe he meant to play Rook C1 and he played Queen C1 by accident. I would think that would be extremely likely, no? Why wouldn't he play Queen C1? Besides the fact that it hangs a piece, it just looks like a stupid move. It had to be a mouse slip. He must have touched his queen. then touch his rook, and then plus press C1, you know. And Asterbate felt sorry for him, so he let him go. Now Asterbate's getting a really righteous thank you from Uber Driver. I was just telling Uber Driver how I got mated like this by a 1600 in a Blitz tournament in like 1995. Now it's not mate, but it's pretty bad. Anyway, this tournament was almost fun. It's always more fun if you win the tournament, which I was lucky to, but I'm an arena specialist. You guys know that. Uber Driver doesn't play knight h6 check. Are you serious? Wow. And Acer finds this move. So he trades queens. Still winning. Or maybe not. Yeah, it's probably winning. I mean, Black's pawn structure is shot. He's losing his b7 pawn minimum. Now he's losing everything. Alright. Now he's losing the exchange. Uber Driver's score against Asterbate is going to be 75-3. Uber just joined. He must have just joined late. He's probably Ubering. Oh no, Arabian mate. Alright. Yeah, I mean, Uber Driver mouse slip. That's what he gets for giving him a break. So, I don't know. We got 50 points. Thanks again for the tier 3 gift sub for TBA. Listen here. Guys, we're going to be back tomorrow night. It's been kind of a long day, so I'm not going to hang out too much. But thanks everyone for playing. I get first gold cup. Redusa second, played really tough. He's second with 47. Kellart 30 points, although very few games, and he was winning against me as well. Godshankar, great game against me at the end there. You're lucky not to win. I mean, you're unlucky not to win. Panikin getting a nice comeback on, up to 5th place. Heroku faded. He did the anti-Panikin. Schumacher also faded. Impure King with 14. Ruslan Bear with 14. Asterbate picking up some points today, getting on the board with 10th place. Why do the cups look like night potties? Night potties. And with that thought, I will see you guys tomorrow night for analysis stream. If you'd like to submit a game, Nefdov or anybody who's a subscriber, please send me the game. We'll analyze it tomorrow night at 7. Or actually 6:30, 6:45-ish Central European summertime, because it's still summertime. Anyway, thanks everyone for your support. I'm going to be going to the World Senior. So we've got Thursday, Friday, and Sunday streams remaining. If you'd like to donate toward the World Senior trip. Looks like we're not going to make our donation goal, but we got pretty close. But anyway, you're still welcome to donate. I'm going to be leaving on Monday, so any coffee and beer money that you can provide would be appreciated. Thanks everyone, and thanks for the subs today. Good luck. Let me know when you're playing if it's DGT can stream it. Yeah, no, the games are on DGT, of course. Well, no, I mean not all the boards probably. You know, it last few years, like the top boards, most of the top 10. You know, I'll probably have some games on DGT boards. Hopefully all of them, but that hasn't been the case. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for playing. Bye-bye.